Qatar has drawn criticism ever since it was chosen to host the 2022 World Cup. The competition had to be moved to November and December since the Persian Gulf nation's hot temperature prevented it from taking place during the traditional summertime, right when the national leagues are in full flow. Domestic competitions will have to suspend play for up to 6 weeks as a result of losing their key players. Number 10. 7 of the 8 stadiums being utilized for the competition were entirely new construction, and the 8th is undergoing significant renovations. The majority of those working in construction in the Gulf state, which has a population of under 3 million, have been foreign laborers. The kafala system in Qatar is a set of labor rules that enables Qatari citizens or corporations to seize employees' passports and prevent them from leaving the country. Number 9. When it comes to getting married, studying, working in government jobs, traveling abroad, and receiving some types of reproductive health care, women in Qatar are severely constrained by Sharia law and are required to obtain permission or be accompanied by a committed male guardian, their father, brother, or husband. Even though they are divorced and have legal custody of their children, they do not have primary guardianship powers. A woman in a marriage may be labeled disobedient if she refuses to comply with her husband's wishes. Number 8. Same-sex sexual behavior in Qatar is punishable by anything from 7 years in prison to death by stoning, according to Sharia law. Officials in Qatar have stated that they would not amend their rules regarding the LGBT population, but no foreign spectator will face discrimination during the event. According to Mr. Al-Qatar, FIFA will decide whether players can wear rainbow, One Love, armbands, but supporters will be allowed to wave flags and clasp hands. Number 7. The nation's clothing code heritage. While there is some latitude in 5-star hotels, most public areas, including malls, require women and men to cover their bodies from the shoulders to the knees. Public shows of affection are frowned upon, even holding hands is uncommon. With a few notable exceptions, only restaurants associated with upscale hotels are permitted to serve alcohol, while World Cup officials have stated that travelers will be allowed to drink in designated fan zones. Number 6. The temperature typically drops in December, with a high of 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 degrees Celsius, on average in mid-November. Nevertheless, some of the 8 outdoor venues in the competition have air conditioning, which makes FIFA's goal of making the 2018 World Cup carbon neutral more difficult to achieve. Number 5. Danish soccer supporters and players also advocated for boycotts, but the plan was ultimately rejected by soccer authorities in the participating nations. Amnesty and other organizations disputed the notion of a stay away and claimed that Qatar's labor reforms have not been effectively enforced. However, they noted that the changes have generally been positive. Because it doesn't wish to be prominent at a competition that has cost thousands of people their lives, sportswear company Hummel claimed it changed the appearance of the Danish national team kits. Number 4. Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of Qatar, is in charge of the executive and judicial branches of the country. Political parties are forbidden, and most people lack basic civil and political rights because they are not citizens. Although it is technically against the law to be homosexual, this is not always the case. Although displays supporting lesbian, homosexual, bisexual, and transgender rights are allowed at stadiums under FIFA guidelines, a top official in charge of security during the tournament cautioned that rainbow flags may be taken away from supporters to protect them from being harmed. Number 3. Qatar is wagering that the competition would help update its image and elevate it to the level of regional rival Dubai as a tourist and business destination. The World Cup is the most viewed sporting event in the world, with 3.6 billion television and internet viewers for the most recent edition, which was hosted in Russia in 2018. Before the first game on November 20th, according to a Bloomberg intelligence estimate, Qatar was on track to finish $300 billion worth of infrastructural investments. Number 2. Inhumane treatment and hazardous working circumstances have been documented in media stories regarding laborers building new stadiums and other infrastructure. Amnesty International charged that the government did not adequately look into the numerous migrant worker deaths. The kafala sponsorship system, which requires workers' employers' permission to move employment, go home, or even establish a bank account, has come to light as a result of the World Cup preparations. Number 1. Allegations of vote buying have been circulating since 2010 when soccer's governing body FIFA awarded Russia and Qatar the rights to back-to-back World Cups. Before the 2010 vote, 2 members of the 24-man FIFA Executive Committee that selects the hosts were suspended after they were caught on camera promising their support in exchange for money. France is still looking into how the 2022 tournament was chosen. Additionally, a U.S. indictment accusing numerous officials of accepting funds to support Qatar's candidacy was submitted in 2020. That's it for today. What do you think about it? Let us know in the comment section. Please share and subscribe.